Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This past weekend, it was Coachella. And as you can see with the shirt I'm wearing, I wanted to cover something that seems to be going on there. This is one of those videos that no one has requested, no one has donated in and requested. This one was just one I wanted to do. So I bought this shirt when my brother Diego and I went to watch 9 Inch Nails and Soundgarden in Las Vegas in like 2014, 2015. You know, we wanted to go to a concert. I had my first real job and we were talking to my oldest brother, Rod, about going, and he just really encouraged us. My brother Rod has always mentored us on, my interest in Jung came from my brother Rod. He always taught us on these Jungian principles of integrating the shadow, right? Instead of feeling guilty of my dark side, find a way to use it, embrace it, recognize how it was something I needed. And 9 Inch Nails, a lot of their songs help me tap into that dark side of mine. I like to listen to the 9 Inch Nails a lot when I work out. And, now 9 Inch Nails carries a lot more weight and meaning to me because, again, they were like my brother Rod's favorite band. And if you've been following the channel for a minute, you know that my brother just passed away just a couple of weeks ago. So this is the first piece of 9 Inch Nails news that I look into without my brother. And it just in one way sucks for sure, but I don't want to, that's not the piece that means a lot to me. I'm so grateful I have news to look into to just feel closer to him and remember him. So I've been scrolling through X, and a bunch of people have just been sharing away these clips of Heresy, and it's 9 Inch Nails playing with Boys Noise, who this is the very first time I've ever heard of Boys Noise. And some people posting Uncle Trent still got it. So let's watch this version of 9 Inch Nails with Boys Noise playing Heresy live in Coachella this last weekend. Let's just talk about it, enjoy it. I've never really paid attention to Heresy all that much, so I'm actually going to go through the lyrics and whatnot, and maybe let's see how this remix, it seems like they're remixing. I'm just taking a quick scan at the comments. They've just done something different. Oh gosh, I see this, and my brother would have gone nuts for this. Dude, man, yeah, this is surreal. A lot of people saying their expectations were completely exceeded with this. So here, let me get it ready for me. And I really hope we don't have copyright issues, but we most likely will. Because again, this is Coachella's, and if this is anything like checking out stuff from like NPR Music, man, they'll copyright strike you. So if I have to make some alterations to the video for this, we will, okay? This is weird as all get out, and pure 9 Inch Nails genius. Right? Jeez. Gosh, it sounds so good. Dude, whoever Boys Noise is, the things they accent of the song. Such animalistic movement there. Oh, what a transition. Nice. Something about analog synthesized sounds, right? That's always been my favorite part of Nine Inch Nails. Oh man. Oh man, I forget how sad his lyrics are from Downward Spiral, man. That song is rough. That's again the power of Downward Spiral. It just paints the picture of being completely broken and just descending. I want to say before we go into there's so much to talk about here, man. That was freaking incredible. Sound quality unreal. Trent Reznor sounds freaking perfect, man. Yes. All the comments saying Uncle Trent still got it. Yeah, he still got it. All right. So talking about the song and everything and the performance. A lot of people follow me actually because I'm Christian. And if you clocked out already, I understand. But they ask me, why do I listen to them? It's because for me, Nine Inch Nails has really painted the picture of, again, going down to hell. But, you know, Trent Reznor has shown the cycle and the rebirth. Like, right, the hesitation marks. Me and my brother Rod would always talk about that album is the response to Downward Spiral, and especially there's a song called Find My Way that I absolutely love. In that first verse, let me read the words to you. Lord, my path has gone astray. I'm just trying to find my way. Wandered here from far away. I'm just trying to find my way. You were never meant to see all those things inside of me. Now that you've gone away, I'm just trying to find my way. I have made a great mistake. Pray the Lord my soul to take. The ghosts of who I used to be, I can feel them come for me. It looks as though they're here to say, I'm just trying to find my way. Oh, dear Lord, hear my prayer. I have been to everywhere. I'm just trying to find my way. Oh, dear Lord, hear my prayer. So remember, right? Like that's and again, I don't know if Trent Reznor is Christian or not, right? But the thing of art and music is like, hey, paint the picture here. And that performance with the song paints the picture. And then that's his wife, right? I actually don't, my brother Rod was the Nine Inch Nails trivia guy. So see, this is where I miss it. If I were to have watched this with him, he would just be giving me all this trivia. It sucks. So that seems to be his wife. And then again, Noise is just bringing, again, what I love about that version of the song is they amplify the pain that the song is demonstrating, the anger that the song demonstrates. So, because then look, those lyrics, man, dark. You're in a dark spot. Reznor in an interview said it with the lyrics, I was trying to explore some of the paranoia I have as a sexually active person in the age of AIDS. I guess I feel cheated for not growing up in a more liberated era. At the same time, what gets mad is the way the right wing has used the convenience of this epidemic in helping promote their own agenda. That's what he had said when this comes. So again, when he wrote this in the mid-90s, right, with all ideologies, sadly, right, when Christianity, we're supposed to hold ourselves to an even higher standard than everyone else, right? Jesus taught us to pray for your enemies, do good to them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Instead of inviting people to come, many in our religion, and dude, even me, when I get on my high horse, right, and pretend like out of my own insecurities, I pretend like I'm holier than thou, right? but a lot of people in Christianity, yeah. So hence, maybe his hate for Christianity during this time of his life. And then you watch movies like V for Vendetta saying, how he was the conservative Christian that would become the totalitarian government. Makes a lot of sense contextually, historically, why that's what he's talking about here, right? So I didn't know actually this was about AIDS. So he sewed his eyes shut because he is afraid to see. He tries to tell me what I put inside of me. He's got the answers to ease my curiosity. He dreamed up a God and called it Christianity, right? So they're just that anger is here. God is dead and no one cares. If there is a hell, I'll see you there. Dope A line, by the way. And you know what? I welcome that. Again, those of us who have chosen Christianity as our path, hey man, if we're claiming this is the path, yeah, people ought to kind of hold us to a higher standard. And what a way to call that out. Freaking great. But that line, God is dead and no one cares. And when they perform it, that's always been like, that's the message of the song. And we have to find it when he sings it the first time. Because again, right, this is me. I'm as a practicing Christian and whatnot. And with this dark side of mine of enjoying Nine Inch Nails, when he comes in with that God is dead and no one cares line, it gave me chills. So let's. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, so sick, dude. It's so good. It's getting better every time I watch it. Oh, it sounds so good. Okay. Man, there's a lot to talk about. What a shot that I just paused it at, by the way. I'm going to try to get that screenshot here. Right here, yeah, for my thumbnail, because I just sweet. Trump president with his wife. Again, what are they trying to say performing this today? I don't know. But another guy that I like a lot, and we'll talk about it because I see a lot of a lot of similarities in this performance with the pictures they depict. So Maynard James Keenan, Tool. He just posted something last week about how just like none of us can connect. We're all dead. And so for me, what's hitting me with that line, with them singing it this way, it's so God is supposed to be the highest good we can ever conceive. This is me going more into the philosophical, not my actual religious beliefs, okay? And a lot of that is goodness, togetherness, not othering other people, not seeing others as, again, our enemies, are others, that then leads to either war or unnecessary judgment. And again, a lot of things we can do is when we see people as that, right? I don't know why, but I'm reading about Mao and the cultural revolution there. See, I even can tell you how to say it properly. Wild, dude. Like if you just look smart. So anyway, so God is dead and no one cares. This idea, this striving, right? We all feel this way when we're overwhelmed. This striving for the ultimate good is not there and no one cares. Again, I haven't read these lyrics really ever. So this is just an interesting song, by the way. He flexed his muscles to keep his flock of sheep in line. He made a virus that would kill off all the swine. Is this like Dallas Buyers Club, right? Like on Fauci, right? Not saying anything about the Fauci ouchie, but I don't think I need to. His perfect kingdom of killing, suffering, and pain demands devotion, atrocities done in his name. Again, just, boy, was he mad with my beliefs, bro. But again, with this being in the context of AIDS and then those guilting those afflicted with AIDS in the name of religion, yeah, man. How could that not have become a stumbling block for someone, right? To come and drink from the waters where you shall never thirst again, right? God is dead and no one cares. Burning with your God in humility, will you die for this? Wow, that's a powerful bridge. Your God is dead and no one cares. Drowning in his own hypocrisy, there is a hell, I'll see you there. Burning with your God in humility, will you die for this? Jeez, again, I can't get over the way Trent Reznor is delivering. His voice sounds incredible. And look how good he looks, man. He's aging incredibly. I don't know what an anti-aging protocol he's on, but we got to follow suit. Man, Rod, you would have loved this so much, man. And again, my brother Rod, when he passed, was a bishop in our church, okay? So again, that's why people get like confused about our enjoyment of Nine Inch Nails in our family, but whatever. Okay. Mentioned Maynard James Keenan, his words, and Tool. I'm seeing a lot of similarities You know, if we look at like Lateralis, that album and the album art and the body and stuff, and just these almost beast-like creatures here. We need to get a good shot of them. I still haven't. I'm gonna be taking a pause here for me to like. I don't know what to make of them. I like to try to discern what people are trying to tell me, right? And I'm not as good at it as my brother. Going back to that. Okay, here's a good shot. Another cool, just with Trent Reznor in the back here and whatever is going on. Gosh. Okay, so that line. Okay, so they're all also kind of portrayed, especially here. It's more because of the lighting here, as like white, and it looks like they're in prayer. Just very weird, right? Oh, dude, the sound. So sick. Okay. I think that is the expression of also one of the main lines of the song, burning with your God in humility. You envision, like me, like I envision a monk in hell, still praying, right? And will you die for this? Maybe the Christian would say yes. And the song is pointing out how stupid that is because, dude, you're in hell. Right. And I think that's how they're showing. That's how he wanted to show it. An evil creature like sticking to your guns of your hypocritical faith. Maybe, man. And again, maybe Trent Reznor doesn't like what us Christians are doing today, too. So maybe that's why he wants to perform the song again. Right. He sounds so good. That's what's hard for this, for me. Yeah, man. I can't get enough of this. This sounds so good. Each time I listen to it, it sounds better and harder. That's the word. And so this might be the first song I hit at the gym tomorrow morning, man. Just goes so hard. So, man, powerful. So let me bring it full circle, I guess, here. Let's start ending this because I want to just keep watching the video, man. So I'm going to go do that again. But very curious to hear your thoughts, by the way. But anyway, to start closing up this video, why do I enjoy a anti-Christian, anti-religious song and performance why do I enjoy it still? I've kind of always prioritized with music the feeling before the lyric, you know what I mean? And so sometimes if a song just goes hard, I love it. This is why when I was young, I loved gangster rap. I don't know why, but it made me, because I've always been insecure about my weakness and my meekness. Like, for example, I've never gotten in a fight. I've always talked ourselves, in the situation, I've talked everyone out of that situation. Not because I'm like, oh man, let's not fight, that's stupid. It was because I was scared to fight, you know? A harmless man is not a good man, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty self-conscious about that. So sometimes listening to like this, like hard gangster rap, helps me just maybe try to find that strength that I envy from these folks, but I don't always condone the message. Absolutely not. Biz, hoes, shooting people, right? That's not, just not my thing. But again, sometimes that music just taps that into me, helps me tap into that. So this song does that for me. So that's number one. But sometimes it is very helpful when music that was so honest in what you were feeling, for it to help you think and make you think. And what this performance now is just telling me, what the song is saying to me today as I listen to it, it's the way perhaps we sought to preach the gospel, in the 90s, mid-90s, that turned people off to it. We just have to, I think, be careful of doing that again, and doing that more. And it's hard because we are told, right, the two great commandments for us are to, number one, love God with all your heart, mind, and strength. And the second is like unto it, to love your neighbor as thyself. And while it is true that many of us Christians will mix the order, like we won't defend the truth, right? So we won't prioritize the first great commandment, and we will prioritize the second. Sometimes because we are maybe overly empathetic, but a lot of times that over empathy comes from we want to be liked and accepted by more people, right? So that ain't good, I think. So I think as Christians, we are needing to get better at, one, we will defend the truth and our beliefs, but how can we be more proactive in serving others for the sake of serving them and being there with them? The best thing I can do for my 4.5-year-old who she throws insane tantrums still, right? We have a lot of work to do. The best way I can help her with that is when the tantrums aren't there, for me to be proactively connecting with her, just having loving memory. Sometimes as Christians, we're a little bit maybe too reactive. And then when we are asked to then defend our faith, sometimes we'll actually wuss out, or we then just do it in a self-righteous way. This song is reminding me, I think we need to be way more proactive in our serving for the sake of serving. And it's because that is what we've been tasked and honestly commanded to do, to forget ourselves and serve him. For whatever we do for others, he has told us that is what we then end up doing for him. So all of this could be me also justifying to myself why I shouldn't feel bad about liking that song, but I do, bro. I like it a lot. I feel reminded of what I'm supposed to be doing as a Christian, but I also feel like I've been given a gift of just a song that goes so hard that my next lifting session is going to feel incredible. Therefore, I loved this 9 Inch Nails performance at Heresy. I loved that I feel close to my brother who has passed on with a 9 Inch Nails performance. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for being here. Very curious about just y'all's thoughts, but cool, man. We'll see you guys soon. Hit like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully.